Yo, what's poppin' with it, y'all, man? AEW Revolution just wrapped up. Honestly, as good as this show was, hell, you can honestly say this show was beyond good. This show was great. You know, that ending to the pay per view, I know a lot of people are going to be looking at pay per view ending as probably one of the worst pay per view endings to an AEW show in history. And AEW's been around for like, what, 5, 6 years now. Jon Moxley not only retained his AEW World Championship against Adam Copeland, but he retained it against Christian Cage, man, because Christian Cage decided to cash in. He decided, hey, I'm a sign the contract, take my shot, and win the title here. And Jon Moxley retained that hoe. And it's crazy, man, because see what a lot of people I know, they're gonna say, oh, this is a waste of a cash in. This is ridiculous. Like, what we doing here? Long story short, man, Jon Moxley is still the AEW World Champion. And if you want to talk about in ring quality, the main event wasn't even really all that. If we're being honest, the main event just I wouldn't necessarily say it took away, but it's because the show was still great. I mean, the show was still great, but this world title run for John just hasn't been it. And Darby, I don't know when he coming back from Mount Everest, but that's obviously the plan. Darby is most likely going to take the title from Jon Moxley. I'm assuming at AEW All In Texas in July, so that's gonna another couple months. We got Swerve and John at Dynasty. We'll see how that goes about it, but let's get into the rest of the show. I don't want to end this video off on a positive note. I'm on a negative note. I wanted to go in and go ahead and talk about it right now so we can get to the rest of the show. Because, again, this was a damn good show, man. Let's get to it. Like, you had the Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher match. Blood, craziness. A Styles clash in the thumbtacks, man. A Styles clash into thumbtacks. Like, crazy stuff, man. And the Spanish fly out. There's so many things I can get into about the match, but if you hadn't seen the match, go check it out. Obviously, if you hadn't seen the whole pay per view, go check it out. But yeah, man, it was good. Kyle Fletcher, he went out like a G. He was like screaming "F you, Ospreay," and "Oh F you," and you a B word and this and that. So that was pretty much that. But Will Ospreay gets the win there, man, and that was pretty much that. But nah, man. Also on this show, you had Kenny Omega. He is the brand new international champion. Don Callis would not shut the f up on commentary, and then he tried to get involved. Even like Tony Schiavone was calling his ass out about it. And even with the little shenanigans, he still couldn't help Takeshita retain the title. And Kenny and Takeshita, they had a really good match too. You know, I really do think that the plan is Kenny Omega, and this is just me, but I do think that they're gonna run Kenny and Okada in a title unification match at All in Texas. I really feel like tonight, um, I really think that's the way they're gonna go about it. But me personally, man, match of the night was Tony Storm and Mariah May. This match was flipping Hollywood ending, film ending, credit scene, whatever you want to call it, man. This honestly really should have main evented the show if you think about it. After the travesty and the atrociousness that we got towards the main event. But yeah, man, Tony and Mariah May, man, this was an amazing story. You already know, man. I don't even really need to get into it, man. Everybody that's been watching AEW, everybody that's been seeing how it's been going down, um, you see how they did it and they executed it, man. I'll be really curious to see where both women go from here. But oh man, the women, like I'm telling you, they don't be playing, especially in AEW. I've noticed they don't play when it comes to those death hardcore matches. Like they go crazy in them, man. So that's exactly what happened, man. Tony Storm retained. It was the right call. There's no more I can really say about it. The Hurt Syndicate defeated the Outrunners to retain the tag team titles. Nothing really too important, man. The Hurt Syndicate are really getting over with the We Hurt People. Like, they got a huge crowd reaction. We Hurt People. And yeah, I mean, like, it was pretty much what I predicted. I think everybody and their mama knew the Outrunners weren't going to win, you know, but just the fact that they're getting that opportunity says itself. But everybody knew they weren't going to win it, so it was pretty much quick and easy, nothing more. Okada defeated Brody King. The match was pretty solid. Brody King, you know, he got a good reaction. I had forgot that he was from California, so he got a really good reaction damn near in his hometown. But even as the hometown hero, he still couldn't beat Okada. But hey, he still put on a solid showing tonight. Swerve defeated Ricochet to become the number one contender. This was actually pretty good. Ricochet was talking a lot of crap. I didn't even realize until they showed it, but a lot of actors, because they were in LA, you had the women from Queen of the Ring, the new movie. You had the uh, I forgot the dude's name, the Asian dude I forgot, and then a black girl. She had me dying, man, because she and Ricochet were going back and forth. That was pretty funny. I'm not gonna hold you. And then Prince Nana and Swerve, you know, they're teasing some dissension because Prince Nana, he had walked out at the beginning of the match, but he came back. You know, they made up at the end. But it was a good match, man. Really good match. And, you know, Swerve was the right man to win. You had Mercedes Moné. She defeated Mone Wannabe for the TBS title. The match was solid, but it got really good towards the end. Mercedes Moné is on a hot streak right now. She ain't slowing down anytime soon. She's like Jacob Fatu. All gas, no brakes, man. Not really more to say about it. Hangman Page, he defeated MJF in the opener. It was a solid win. I'm surprised they had Hangman Page win here. I think this is the first time MJF has lost. Isn't this the first time he's lost two back to back? Not actually, no. Scratch that, because he won at World's End. Who am I kidding? But no, it was just kind of shocking to see him lose tonight, because I'm not, you know, MJF, he's like a god on these pay-per-views, but obviously they've been telling the story with him and Hangman. You know, like I said in the previews, maybe this could definitely be the start of Hangman going back to the old Hangman, you know, cowboy shit. But nah, man, AEW Revolution, outside of the main event and the shenanigans of that, this was a damn good show, man. And yeah,